Hello, we continue with the inheritance code. Remember at the last video we had student class, person class, and a main class. So here we have some constructors for the student, so no parameter constructor, a constructor which takes one parameter which is for the ID, another one is for the ID and full name of the person. So as you see, there is no full name variable. So where does this full name come from? It comes from the person class. So and we make it protected so that we access it from here. But this code is just very simple. So you may not see any reason why we should call the super constructor. But imagine that when you assign a full name, there might be lots of validation. So if the full name is less than 5 characters, or if it is greater than 50 characters, so you may have some validation before making the assignment. So for this reason, it is suggested that you use the constructor of this. Okay, so full name. Okay, so here I say super. Okay. Okay, so the super refers to constructor of the person. So here in the person, we have a constructor which takes one parameter, which is string. So let's do this. So let's say this parameter comes from here, and now we pass here fn. Okay, does it work? It doesn't work. So what does it say? Constructor call must be the first statement in a constructor. Yes, that's true, because first of all, so remember, student is a person. So first of all, a student must be created, and then person must be created, and student becomes a subclass of the person. So I should take it from here, cut and paste. Okay, first I call the constructor of the person, and then assign the student ID. Okay, so now in the main class, so we have a student, and this is the, okay, so this is it for the ID, and then full name, and then displays the information. If I run it, okay, it works correctly. Now let's also use this one. Okay, so display info. Okay, so I talked about it. Now let's say in the student class we have another variable which is age. So public, which is an integer age. Okay, so now let me have okay, actually before doing it, also let me talk about this constructor, which is like this. Okay, so when do we need this? So here, let's say I call the constructor, no parameter constructor of the student. If in that case, if we don't pass anything, I want to have a default value for the student ID. And here I will say, if there is no parameter, call this one and make the parameter 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so here instead of saying student, okay, I will say this. Okay, and the parameter would be 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so now this constructor calls another constructor, but we don't say student, we say this to refer to this one. Okay, and so let me go back to main method, and let me create another student. So student, and let me say st2. Okay, so new student and no parameter. Okay, and so st2 display info. So let's see what this does. Okay, st id is 00 and name is null. Why name is null? Because if you look at the student class, so we didn't say anything about the name. So first this is called. So in the main method, student constructor, no parameter. So student constructor, no parameter. And so from here we call another constructor, which is this one, and the parameter is 000, okay, which is a string, and this is called. But in here, in this constructor, we don't say anything about the name of the person. Remember, student is a subclass of person. So here, okay, so on purpose I will make a mistake. So here I will say super, and then let me say no name. Okay, no name. So where is the problem? So here, when you call the constructor of a superclass, it must be the first statement. Okay, so here it says constructor call must be the first statement in a constructor. So I should take it from here, cut and paste. Okay, now let's see if this works. So in the main method, so remember, first of all, we call, where is that? Okay, we call this one. Okay, so this constructor. And this constructor calls another constructor, which is a constructor that takes one string parameter, which is this. And this one makes another call to the superclass, which is person. Okay. Actually, to make you, okay, so let me run it. So here main, okay, so let me run it. Okay, so it worked. Name, no name, student ID is 000. So I don't want to confuse you a lot, but let me also show that in the person class, so remember, this calls this one, and this constructor calls super class. So how about I call the superclass no parameter superclass, and in here, which is this constructor, okay, person and no parameter, and let me from here let me call this one, which is full name. So how do I call this one? I don't say person, but I say this constructor, because we are in the same class. So this refers to a constructor of this class, which is person, but we have a parameter no name. Okay, so let's see how this works. Okay, it works in the same way. Okay, so I hope this is also clear to everybody. Have a nice day.